Alright guys, back again. Wanted to touch base and show you guys what I've done so far. So I got a lot of the body work done on the car. Fixed all the spots that were jacked up around the fenders. Got all the dents filled in as much as I could. There's still a little one right here I can still see. I'll work on that later with some dry ice or something. Need to repaint the mirrors because the tape pulled some of that off, but I think I'm going to carbon fiber these again like I had them before. Went around and added the black stripe on the end of the bumpers trim and filled it in. Got all the bumpers sanded down and resprayed. This too right here needs to be touched up where it peeled off some of the paint. Must have been some dust or something there. Everything else came out pretty smooth. It's really dirty, man, and I haven't been able to get it out in the light yet. There's a lot of dust on this thing, but this is still a little bit rough. But if you saw it before, these are my markings right here where I'm going to throw in my my quick releases for my front clip, so that this way I can get those on and off real fast. Those will be nice. So there's gonna be 2 here, and then 2 down here to hold those on. Then I can put 2 on the other side. So this way, that's all I got to release to take this off to work on the car, which is great. Didn't get around to doing tires and rims and stuff like that yet. That'll be later on. But yeah, I got the dents out of the side here. I said it's still dirty and lots of overspray on it. That's why it's not very shiny. I'm gonna redo the mirrors, like I said. But yeah, with the trim actually did come out pretty good. Just some regular trim paint from AutoZone. Everything is actually piss canned. It's all duplicolor metal cast. So this is the metal cast base. That's what it looks like up close. It's very similar to what my Chevy's painted like. And if you put it on right, it actually doesn't look bad at all. And then this is the anodized red over that, which we laid a vinyl out first, and then we taped it off and painted it all, and then picked the vinyl out. It took about 2 hours or so to get the vinyl picked out of the wet paint. That was fun. Then we added the roof stripe with the black stripes on the edges to kind of fill in where it blended between the silver and the red. Added my little mohawk. I like it. Need to fix this spot right here where I missed. I'll come back and I'll get that later on. But you can see a little bit of a spot right here. There's a line of tape, some tape marks. I haven't gone over this yet, but I'll go over this with like 2000 grit just to get that line out. But I had leaned on the car like this after, while I was unmasking it. So lessons, guys, is make sure your paint is dry. Give it an hour or 2 before you start to unmask it. You don't want to wait too long till it dries, because then it'll peel the paint unless you go over it with a razor or something like that, and that takes forever. So it's good to know. So I got the back of the bumper fixed. We fixed this line right here. There was a dent right here. You can't tell anymore, thanks to good old Bondo and patience. But that ridge line came out pretty good. Here's a light down the ridge line. Probably can't even tell where it seamed. Oh, right there. Oh, it's not smooth enough. Anyway, yeah, I didn't even fill any of the stuff on the bumper. Fuck it. It's gonna get scratched anyway. And remember, it's a drift car, man. It's not a show car. I have vinyls coming, so I'll have a vinyl that goes across the back right here, which will probably have my Insta name on it or something like that. And then I have my tire sponsor, which is Rio Grande Tires. Big shout out to Nefty for helping me out with that. But all in all, man, I had some issues right here too with tape. There's a little spot up here you can see. I'll point it out. Right there where the tape kind of fucked up the paint a little bit. Well, that happened all the way down here, right here a little bit. Maybe I'm just too fucking picky, I don't know. But yeah, it was all down here. I got that resprayed. This thing looks nice in the sun. I haven't gotten it out there yet, but I can tell once I get it out there it's gonna be shiny. These are a spare set of rears. And I need a mirror. Broke that. Got the scoop painted. That came out pretty good too. And then I'm working on some motor issues. Very surprised that the hood held up as good as it did. That VHT clear coat high temp paint. Excellent. I had oil all over it. I had power steering fluid all over it. None of the stickers peeled. And I ran all day. So it got hot, all that. So I did get some overspray inside. So a lot of dust on the edges and stuff. Makes it look kind of shitty. But blah, 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 blah. Anyway. Having some problems. I'm getting some leakage right here, which I have Joseph from xenonzcars.com sending me some block off plates for this. Thank you, Joseph. We'll get those taken care of. So that should fix that. I think I got the intake plenum leak fixed. But I'll have to find out. This was leaking for some reason. The metal piece that goes into the IACV and then into the tube comes out with the hose. So I had to RTV that in and then put the hose back on. But like I said, this is going to come off anyway, so all of that's going to get removed. I need to find out what to do with this though, if I need to block it or what. I have it all disconnected right now just to see if I could get it to run without it for a while. So we'll see how it runs. Battery's in. Let's fire it up, man. So I still need to finish securing my my switch panel. It's a little loose. I have some screws I got to put up in here yet, and then put the frame back on. It'll look all right. I don't have my throttle connected. It's disconnected up with the motor. Let's see what we got. That rear light never goes off. I don't know why. I'll put a piece of tape over it. I'll probably put a piece of tape over all of them. Fuck it. Most of this cluster doesn't work anyway. The speedometer is disconnected at the trans. The guy before me had a digital speedometer, so there's no way for me to hook that up. I got spots for some 2 inches here, which I'll do. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the bottom down here just yet. But yeah, headliner finally came out. Harness bars in. There's my other seat mount that Overspray Garage made for me. Thank you very much, Ben, for that. Appreciate you, man. And tower support bar and my harness bars. At least it's idling. That's a good thing. Wasn't even doing that before. I was having some problems. Let's see if we can give it some gas. It's gonna sputter, and this is the main issue I'm having with that air leak. That's pretty bad too. So we'll get that fixed. Yeah, you can tell at a high rev that it performs fine. So for drifting, I didn't have any problems on the track really. It was just getting up and going. There's my throttle. I mean, my speedometer cable hanging. I got to get that cut. I got some other sensors that aren't connected. I need to get all that shit cut and wired up before I get back out. What did we do? We did all poly bushings and sway bar bushings. Painted all the sway bars. Still have some rotten stuff or rust I got to fix. Not really that bad. Door panels are going to get done in diamond plate and thin aluminum steel with pop rivets. Try to make it all Mad Max on the inside. And got to adjust the window because the fucking window doesn't shut right. Pain in the ass. Alright guys, well, once I get it washed and I get the fucking rims done and everything and it looks good, then I'll pull it out and I'll take some photos of it. I got to get the tint redone. Long way to go, man, but come a long way for a $500 car. Power steering's pissing all over the floor because the pump is no fucking good. That blew before I even got out on the track. I was making my way onto the track and that blew. So we replaced this line and that didn't fix it. So it's either lower down on another line down there somewhere. I don't know, we'll get it figured out. I'm sorry, it was this line that we replaced. So it's probably gonna be this line. This one I don't think is leaking because it's coming from the bottom. I can't see it from the top. So not smoking. That rattle is the power steering you're hearing. Sounds like shit. Alright guys, well thanks again for tuning in. I'll give you an update once we get the rest of this done.